All right. Well, pleasure to see you all again for sure. Hear you all again? I don't know. That's a dope dice tower. Fucking damn. That's a fancy ass box too. I like that.
Yeah, that's my like the dice tray I bought myself. But I was like, oh shit, I can actually just keep all of my dice in the tray now because I have a place to roll them without them getting all cocked. So, but yeah, I think it's like this like I don't probably 3D printed. It's pretty thin, but like surprisingly sturdy. And then it comes in two pieces, so that base that sticks out off the bottom actually like sets in, or like the tower will set inside of it, so it makes like a cylinder, so it's pretty easy to store. It's cool. My sister-in-law got it for me.
I saw those at some of those 3D printed stores that popped up in the mall, and they are really intricate and cool.
Yeah, it's got a crazy amount of detail to it. Like if you look at the banister of the stairs and everything that it rolls down, like each one of them looks like it's actually been sculpted. It's cool.
All right. So I guess we will get this recap of rolling since we are all thusly assembled. We can only hold off trying to murder you guys for so long. It's been weeks. We got to get to it. All right. So recap. Last session began with combat. The Sands of Justice doing battle with a group of Blue Sladi within a corrupted and desecrated temple to Forlong, the god of roads, questing to remove the curse known as Nerul's Blessing, a blight affecting the flora and fauna of the surrounding area, as well as a nearby village of Xanathia, birthplace and hometown of Logos. The sands of justice prevail, slaying the large toad-like humanoids. After a brief but short rest, they continue onward, deeper into the temple, discovering what appears to be an abandoned, partially flooded, mostly destroyed and ransacked dormitory. As the party ventures within, Renwick begins directing the water out a nearby barricaded door via magic. Gladir stumbles across a hefty bit of loot. And about this time, several green sladi, cloaked by invisibility, reveal themselves by casting fireballs at the mostly unsuspecting party. And that is where we're gonna pick up. That is where we are now. So before we actually start rolling initiative and getting down on everything, I listened back to the previous episode just to make sure, and I caught a bit of an error. I did not actually allow Logos nor Renwick a perception check. They didn't actually request one when they came into the room for whatever reason, and you guys were the only ones. So we're gonna roll a perception check for both of you. I'm gonna set the DC pretty decently because I have to beat Logos's passive perception. So the DC for this to not be caught by the surprise round is gonna be 26. So
D6.
26 is the number to beat, boys. And Logos and Renwick, if you would not mind, go ahead and give me a perception check before we roll initiative.
All right. Well, it is a plus 10, so 16 or higher. 14 for a 24.
All right, and Logos, I had to beat your passive, but you'll see why here in a minute. All right, with a 33, You are the only member of the Sands of Justice who is not completely caught off guard by this surprise. It's not that you saw them, it's that your elven reflexes are just so keen you were able to react a split second before your party. So, everything's going to be normal for Logos, but this is the first official surprise round on most of the Sands of Justice. So let's go ahead and roll some initiative.
Oh boy.
It's 14. I already
Rolled
tell
a-
this is going to be a rough combat for me.
Rolled a natural 20 for a 21.
Okay, settle down.
Now, why don't you calm the fuck down there, fucking holy boy?
Dude, it's these new. Okay, so at the Friends Fest, I also got that I told you about where I got the map that one of the people drew me. Another friend also got me this pair of dice that have um the One Ring from Lord of the Rings like inside of it, and so I think it's I'm getting power from Mordor because I've rolled it twice now. Once when he first gave it to me, and once just now, and both times were natural 20s.
He dry.
You
Devils
do, you
with the
do
dark
that
magic.
25 or 26 more times, and I'm going to have something to say about it. Okay, so I got a 21 for Gladier. Which one? Was it an 11 or a 14, Logos?
Well, I messed up on the first one, but I mean, if you just take out the plus, it would still be an 11, I guess.
Okay, no worries. All right, so let's Blade. What did you get for initiative? I must have missed that.
18.
And Locris, what did you get?
21 also.
Ooh, who has the higher dex, the Warlock or the Paladin?
The Warlock.
Yeah. I have a plus from the dex.
I have +2.
Okay. That being said, top of the round, we're gonna go ahead and burn through Locris, Gladier, and Blade on our way to the Slob. We're just gonna do this, I guess, one at a time. Let me just double check and make sure I'm not totally screwing you guys. What is the damage on the fireball spell? I'm running through my notes real quick, but what is that, like 1d2, right?
It's 8d6, and with us being surprised, Blade and I have no reactions for counterspell.
Correct.
Awesome.
Okay. We will see how the Sands of Justice get out of this one. Slod 1. Standing not too far from Renrick. Let's see here. He is going to position this to where he does not hit himself, but gets Renwick thoroughly. And it is a 20-foot radius, but I think centered on Renwick, that would only encompass him for this particular fireball. So, Renwick, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Alrighty. That one. But with halfling luck, 24.
Ooh, that's a pass. And I think that's half damage, right?
I have evasion, so that is no damage. Because rogue.
Unacceptable.
Did we lose Sean?
Go ahead.
Did I miss something? Sorry, I said I got a 24 and I have evasion, so no damage. And then I haven't heard anything since then.
Sorry.
I wasn't sure if it was me.
I must have mixed up my mute button. I do that sometimes. I'm going to say Slod 2, the second Sloddy, is going to also follow suit. You a second fireball is hurled your way, Renwick. Give me a second dexterity saving throw.
That is a 26.
Another pass, another no damage. Two massive explosions crack off behind Renwick, and through nimbleness and a bit of cunning, somehow, despite being surprised, your reflexes kick in, and you do not take any of this fire damage. Slod 3 is going to target Blade in the doorway. Blade and Gigabraltar or Gibraltar, which the holy donkey, and Gabrielter, that's right. And yeah, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw for both yourself and the donkey. Now, this particular explosion, with Blade being the target point, though he's in the doorway, a 20-foot radius will also encompass Logos and Locris. So, all of you lot, give me dexterity saving throws.
They.
Where are you at, Gladiator?
Yeah, well, you're too far away from me. It's everyone within 10 feet. But Locris, who else did you say is making the check?
Okay, so yeah, you are just on the outskirts, Gladiator, because you kind of led the charge to get into the room. Logos and Locris mentioned kind of following you in, so they're just a smidge behind you, and it's enough to at least get you out of this particular fireball blast.
Okay, Locris and Logos would get a +5 for my aura of protection. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, +5 to saving throws. Yeah, aura of protection. All friendly creatures, including myself, within 10 feet, get a +5 bonus.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Go ahead and so looks like Blade. A lot of you come through swimmingly. Looks like. So just half of this whopping 8d6. Skadoosh. That'll be 12. Wow. 2, 1, 1, 2, 2. Guys are lucky. Avery is against me right now, and I don't happen to have 8d6 just readily available. So, but yeah, that'll be a whopping 12 fire damage to the three of you. Or wait, that was Blade the donkey and Locris. What was Logos's? Okay, boom. Same with you. 12 fire damage to the lot of you. Moving to Slod 4. Slot 4 targets Gladier. With Gladier at its center, Gladier, Logos, and Locris. All of you give me dexterity saving throws.
It's at 21.
Oh, you're good with a 21 for sure. For sure. I don't think, yeah. Um, sorry there. I'm a little rusty. I haven't done this for a while. Okay, damn. 11131. Oh, you guys are lucky on these fireballs. So the lot of you pass again. So that'll be, we'll call it another 12 fire damage to the party. Or the three of you, anyway.
I'm resistant to fire damage, so would that be 6?
Yeah, correct.
What is the spell DC?
It is. Let me double check.
Higher or lower than 13?
17 is the number to beat. Logos just barely nailed it. With a 2, nonetheless. He's a hard guy to nail down on a dex save.
All right, they already killed my zombie.
Oh. I had set a little dude aside to throw in here for your zombie as well. I spaced that. Okay, so zombies, what was his name? You wanna you have like a eulogy or anything?
He was my best friend, but we didn't have long enough to enjoy each other's company to learn names.
Sad. Very sad. We're gonna just keep on rolling down. Once again, Gladier, you're right up front. You're the juiciest target. So, slide 5 sends a fireball your way. That will encompass, once again, Locris and Logos as well.
Well, I just rolled on that one, so.
There it is.
Can only roll high so much.
Gladier, you take the full 25, but still halved because you're resistant. The other two, once again, 12 fire damage.
That's twice now. Everybody's
Okay, no.
giving me natural 20s. I'm scared.
I was going to say, that's back-to-back net 20s from O'Brien. Bullshit.
And the final slod to keep things sort of even, I guess, will launch his final fireball at Blade in the doorway. So, Blade, Gabrielter, and once again, Logos and Locris. Give me dex saves.
That's a fail.
Hey,
15.
Gladiator, it's every saving throw, right? It's not just a one-time thing.
No, it's as long as you're within 10 feet of me, every saving throw gets a +5.
God damn it. The donkey and I both fail.
You know this is the time where I roll like the best 8d6
Fucking
I've
rock.
ever rolled. how many ones I rolled in all these d6s? It's crazy. It's like I'm freaking Renwick over here. Oh, maybe not so much.
All right,
I got
all
a
right.
6 in there one time. Okay, yeah, that's not so bad. Let's see. Yeah. So 23 damage to those of you who did not meet the DC of 17. Half as much to those who did. Okay, so yeah, that's true. I have been kind of average. So moving on down from the Sladi would be Renwick. However, this is the surprise round, so we get to the bottom of the round. Surprisingly enough, this doesn't happen very often, where Logos is the last to act. But Logos, you actually get to participate in this round because you were not surprised. How do you proceed, sir? I'll drop another pick in the feed, but it's still relevant. The last one.
Could you give me a layout of the arena once again? I kind of forgot what we're looking at, other than the damn frog wizard.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you guys have kind of walked into this broken dormitory. There's like a bunch of splintered and shattered furniture everywhere. It looks like several beds have been destroyed, no longer utilizable. And not only that, but half the room seems to be flooded. There's like a couple of inches of water on the ground here. And the water seems to be flowing from a door on the northernmost wall. And it looks like it is flowing out and underneath this barricaded door that you guys have kind of encountered both sides of at this point. So Renwick has actually got a spell going that is moving the water out and around. So I was going to have roughly half the terrain be rough terrain, considering it would be pretty slick, but Renwick kind of nullified that. But yeah, so you're in this smashed up dormitory. This flooded half of this room seems to contain a shit ton of these large frog or toad-like humanoids once again. However, these ones seem to be actually wearing a bit of clothing. Their skin is green, and though they are large creatures similar to the blues, they seem a little bit more intelligent, a bit more civilized. They wear clothes and wield weapons rather than are hulking muscle figures with large extruding claws.
Okay. I am going to cast. I'm going to cast Wall of Fire again, and I want to put the flames to the back of these wizard frogs, separate them from the frogs that are in the water, and have that Wall of Fire as a barrier between the two. So that way, if they try to retreat back into the water, they have to go through the wall. And I want to place it to where they're standing within that 5 foot. I think it's 10-foot radius. So they take damage.
Okay, yeah, perfect. So you want to break that down for me one more time. Tell me exactly where you're going to put this wall.
I just saw the map. So there's 6 of them, and they're against the wall.
Yeah, they kind of backed up to allow you guys to enter for this ambush.
Okay, that changes. I didn't see that. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do what I do best, and I'm gonna fire off at one of the wizards that threw a fireball at me.
All right, you've got. I mean, all of them kind of did, except for 1 and 2. So you've got your choice of 3 through 6.
I'm gonna shoot number 4.
Okay, excellent. Give me some attack rolls.
I'm gonna bonus action. Uh, Hunters mark him. Haven't done that in a while. And I'm gonna take off more fur off my shot.
All right, yeah, for sure.
First one is a 25.
Oh, that hits for sure.
Second is another 25.
For sure.
Last one's a 17.
17 hits.
Alright, first one is a 10 points of damage from the first arrow plus Hunter's Mark. 15 from the second one. 15 from the third one as well. So 30. What was it?
That's an even 40 points of damage right there.
There you go.
3 arrows strike true, just kind of sink into this large-sized, very rubbery skinned, kind of, blubbery even. These are a much different build than the ones you were fighting prior. The arrows strike true and sink deep.
That's action. But you know what? I'm gonna use movement to put space between me and my comrades so we don't get hit by an area attack like that again. I want to be maybe about 20, 25 feet away from the next person.
Okay, you have some options here. You said 25 feet, so let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could move from where you are 30 feet up against the wall, and that gives you roughly 20 feet from your nearest comrade.
That'll work. In the map, what are those like red broken things on the floor?
Beds.
I'll move if I gotta be like in between the bed or on the bed, I'll move it out.
Okay, excellent.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Well, moving on. Now that's the end of the surprise round. Normal initiative as it goes. Locris, you are top of the round. Let's see here. Sure, give me allows kind of one more like so up to level 2. I would say. That's a good question. Let's just go with the OG spell level for now. I'll look into that a little deeper after this session.
All right, because I was looking at what spell to use, and it's just like, okay, I need to know these things.
Yeah, for sure. Makes sense.
All right, so that water is still there, right? It's kind of the rough terrain.
I was gonna have it be rough terrain, but currently Renwick has like magically, maneuvered
Alright,
this
so-
water to leave. It's still there though, yeah, but it's flowing out the door via Renwick's magic.
All right. In that case, let's go with wall of fire, so we can make them come to us. Let's just go with an Eldritch Blast, all at the first one for now.
At number 1?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
Okay. 4 plus 13 on the first one.
13 to hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dirty 20. And an 18. I don't know if that 13 hit.
The 13 flies wide, but the other two strike true.
All right. God damn, my dice are rolling like shit tonight. 4 plus 14 force damage.
All right. Well, I can't be the only one rolling straight 1s and 2s all night, so yeah. Misery loves company.
But I don't need to be. And let's just go ahead and use another giant might. Let's get big up in this bitch.
Okay, yeah, and you swell to the large-sized creature.
And that will end my turn. As he screams out, "You killed my best friend! I don't know his name, but he was my best friend!"
Excellent. Moving on down from Locris would be Gladier. You are up.
All right. It's weird. I'm not normally at the front. Yeah, I think for now he's just a little pissed off that they just chucked a bunch of fireballs at him out of nowhere. So he's just gonna charge forward to number 6, and he's just start wailing on him with the sword.
Okay, yeah, excellent. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20 feet of movement gets you right up to number 6, and go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
All right, that's a 31 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. That's a D8 slashing. 10 slashing and 4 radiant damage on the first strike. And 23 to hit for the second.
Oh, that hits for sure.
Alright. And that's 14 slashing and 3 radiant damage for the second strike. Want to bonus action?
Not bad, not bad. A couple of Kopesh blows land true. And you notice, after striking this creature, a familiar black ichor seems to leak from its wounds.
Oh, did it get on me?
Not yet.
Shit. Yeah, I think he just call over his shoulder, just be careful. They're pretty diseased too. They got the black, nasty blood shit, and I don't know if I want to do any bonus actions right now. I think I might just chill there.
Okay, for sure. Moving on down from Gladier, it is Blade. You are up. So you're still kind of in the doorway, in between the room you guys have just slayed a bunch of blue slod, and now as you enter a bunch of green slod, hurl a bunch of fire in your face. So you tell me how you proceed from here.
Okay. So I'm going to move in from the doorway. I'm going to have I basically want to move um kind of up towards maybe like the where the shoreline is on the map. Um I ideally I want to be within 30 feet of the first five.
Easily done. Do you remain on Gabrielter while you do this?
I do not. I'm gonna jump off Gabrielter and he's gonna kind of like follow me charging in. I'm going to run up to the kind of the shoreline there. I guess if I where I'm standing, maybe if I went up like whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, like five. If I went up like 4 blocks, what is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then took a left for 1 5-foot square. Am I within 30 feet?
Yeah, that puts you within 30 feet of all of them, really. Yeah, you've got them within 30 feet, the whole lot of them.
Okay. So that being said, I'm going to Blade is going to pull out his lute from behind his back and take one good strum, and it's like you see like a silvery mist just kind of come out from his feet and then swoop across the water. Um, and again, no sound being made, but just this giant like physical explosion. And you hear, well, you don't hear anything, but I'm going to cast Bane on these guys, or at least the first five. I'm going to cast it at the 3rd level so I can target up to 5 creatures.
Okay, great. 1 through 5. So, what do you need from me for Bane? What kind of save is that?
I need these really charismatic frogs to give me some saving throws.
Oh, alright. Well, alright. I do get to make rolls with advantage, but it's only a +1, so we'll see where this goes. Number 1, high die is a 6, becomes a 7. Number 2, I got an 8 and a net 20, becomes 21. I got a 1 and an 11 for a 12, so I'm assuming that's number 2 succeeded, 1 and 3 failed. 4, I got a 14 and a 17. 17 becomes 18. Does an 18 pass?
It does not.
Okay, and finally 5. I got a 2 and a 13. So all of them fail except for Slog 2.
Perfect. So they are going to uh, have a D4 subtract from their whatchamacallit. Oh, the attack rolls and saving throws.
Okay, yeah. I will make note.
And then I'm going to bonus action. Uh, I'm gonna. Oh, do I want to do this? This seems really selfish, but I kind of want to do it. Um. mm, God, I've not played this character in some time.
I know, I feel rusty. I usually have all my shit together. I'm like, oh yeah, I needed this notebook. I had to like run across the room in the middle of the combat.
um. I'm going to go ahead and again with a strum of my lute, take one good. I'm gonna kind of play like a little bit of a power chord, a bit, and then kind of do some like downward like chugging, almost kind of like just power chord, punkish kind of rock, and just be like, Renwick, let's go. These fucking toads, they really blow. So I'm just gonna give him some inspo. So that's a D10 for Renwick. And then I'm going to um, go ahead and point. Which toad was or froggy was Locris going after?
Locris put a good hurting on. Which one was it? I think it was number 4. No, that was.
Number 1, we started at the top.
Oh, yep, that's correct. Yep. A whopping 14 force damage so far.
I'm gonna have Gabrielter kind of join battle with Locris and go ahead and take an attack with his hooves. He flies
Okay.
over the water.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
Okay. God damn it. 14.
With a 14, this guy's thick, blubbery hide, it does strike, but it just seems to glance off. No real effect.
I'll just yell to Gabrielter, "You'll get him next time." And yeah, I think that'll be it for me for now.
All right. That brings us to the Slotty. All right, we'll just roll down this middle like before. Slotty number 1 takes some attacks on Gabrielter as he is being assaulted. Let's see here. I don't imagine. Maybe. Does a 12 hit Gabrielter?
A 12 does hit Gabrielter.
Oof. That's
Is
not
that
so 1 miss, 1 hit as this creature strikes at Gabrielter with this quarterstaff that it's got, adorned with several skulls and things. So let me roll some damage for the quarterstaff.
was he baned? I will ask.
Oh shit! You know what? Good call. You should roll me a d4 and I'll apply this bane real quick.
4.
Oh, very nice. So I imagine a 8 does not hit.
It glances off his luxuriously beautiful armor.
Okay, so we'll just roll with the 4 for now. We'll apply the 4 to your bane for the rest of this, as long as your bane keeps rolling, so we don't have to continuously roll d4s. If that's cool. Oh, sorry. Did I mix up my mic again? My bad.
It was cutting out pretty
You're
hard.
breaking up a little bit.
Oh, sorry. So holler at me if I'm breaking up or anything. I can disconnect, reconnect. So I'm just gonna roll with the D4 Bane. We're gonna just apply that for the whole thing until the spell ends or whatever, so we don't consistently have to keep rolling D4s. So we'll just call it a -4.
That's fair.
Okay. So the 2 staff attacks on Gabrielter are unsuccessful. However, the bite attack is a dirty 20, even -4, that comes out to a 16. And I do believe that hits Gabrielter, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Gabrielter takes a whopping 12 piercing damage. Moving to Slod number 2, one of the few slots who's not baned. This Slod will remain in place, and it chooses to hurl flame, a ranged spell attack on a single target, and that target would be none other than Blade Silverstring. So let me roll a couple of attack rolls here. Oof, not great, and a whopping 13 doesn't hit, I imagine.
That is a miss.
Both of these bolts of fire fly wide. Down to 3. Same situation. A couple of bolts of flame are hurled at Blade Silverstring. I've got an 18 and I've got a 22 to hit.
The 22 will hit.
22 hits. We are looking at, let's see, 5, 6, 7, what's the 4? So we're looking at 11 fire damage as this bolt of flame strikes you. Moving on to 4. It's, with its Gladier and Blade are looking pretty juicy. I think he is going to once again continue in this manner. A couple of fire bolts come at Blade Silverstring.
I'm sorry. Was that the third one that just attacked me?
Oh, you know what? I gotta remember that Bane.
So the 4 off that it wouldn't hit.
Correct. Okay, so lucky you. I think, like I said, they're gonna follow suit. So the 4, slot 4, also baned, so -4 from this. An 8 and a nat 1 on the die, so 2 more bolts of flame fly wide. Blade Silverstring, you lucky dog.
Oh, God.
The number, let's see, 5 here will take a single step forward. It engages 10 feet of movement, stepping right up to you, Blade Silverstring, as he turns and delivers a couple of blows towards Gladier. Let's see. He is also baned, so we'll go for, let's see, 19 -4 becomes 15, and the other... 2 clangs off of your armor, Gladier, as he strikes you with this staff, and follows it up with a bite attack that is a natural 1. I like to think he bites into your shield and chips a tooth as he as he does so. However, Slot 6 follows suit, and he's one of the few who's not main. A couple of attack rolls at Gladier. Gladier, I don't imagine a 19 hits you.
Nope.
All right. A couple of these staff blows kind of glance off of your armor, and he follows it up with a bite attack, which is a dirty 20. Does that hit?
Nope. AC
And
21.
you bob, you weave, you throw the shield up just in time. You're parrying. You're getting a pile of attacks thrown at you, and none of them seem to find any purchase.
Game frogs.
That is it for the Slod. Renwick, you are up.
Who's up next?
Sorry, Renwick, you are up.
Well, I don't know who I would be if I didn't immediately try to save the donkey. So I'm gonna move up and take a stab with Polaris at number 1.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
It's gonna be a 22 to hit with the rapier. And I assume that hits. I'll need a
for
DC
sure.
14 con save.
A 3 on the die does not quite pull it off.
Sick. So that's gonna be 15. Holy shit! I rolled super high. 19, 26 points of piercing damage and an additional 7 points of cold damage. And for funsies, we'll take a shot with the rapier from a bonus action. And that's a dirty 30. So
Oh, for sure.
that'll be an additional 3 points of piercing damage. And that'll be my turn.
Excellent.
Actually,
Okay.
I can step away since I attacked it. I'll actually use the rest of my movement to back up again. Try to hopefully draw it away from Gabrielter.
Okay, yeah. Another 10 feet of movement kind of backs you off a little bit. And weird, at the bottom of the round, Logos, you are up. You're never at the bottom of the round. This is crazy.
I know it feels weird, right? I'm just gonna keep shooting at that one guy I was shooting at.
I believe. Let's see. I have
From
their.
number 4.
I was gonna say I have their damage and hit points and things, but I don't have like who's doing what damage to whom. But yeah, number 4's got Hunter's Mark, so that's probably the guy.
17 to hit
Well, that hits.
and a 30 to hit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Uh, 18 points on the first one. And 13 points on the second. 18 plus 13.
Very nice. Once again, a couple of arrows strike true and land in the center of this blubbery, thick-skinned creature's chest. Any other movement or anything?
No, that's it. Bonus. I'll stay put right now.
Okay. That's back to the top of the round. Pretty much same situation as the last pick in the feed. Not a lot has moved. So, Locris, you are up. Now in your giant form, equal size as these large toad-like humanoids. How do you proceed?
I look at them and I say, "My name is Locris. You killed my friend named a zombie. Prepare to die." And I will Hexblade Curse number 3. And charge at him to attack. It looks like I could get there.
Yeah, it's a little convoluted, but it's only 25 feet of movement to get into melee with number 3.
I figure I'm big enough to kind of push the others out of my way.
Yeah, you could probably, step over Blade real quick.
And then I will take a couple of swings at him.
Alright, let's get some attack rolls.
First one is a 30.
Damn.
Oh, that hits for sure. They're big and blubbery and have thick hides, but they're essentially wearing, leather vests. Maybe t-shirts.
And a 29. Damage is 1d8 plus. Okay. plus a d6. Plus my proficiency, I believe it is, for Warlock Hex. It's been a little bit since I hexed one of these, so.
Yeah, same. I'm curious as to what this damage total is going to come out to.
Hex with curses. Yep. Bonus equal to your proficiency bonus, which is now a +5. So that's 5, 4, 9 plus 15 is 24 on the first hit. And then plus, I said it was 8 plus 5, so we'll just do a plus 13. And 18 on the second. So 24 plus 18 is 42 points of radiant damage.
Oh, very nice.
And I believe that will end my turn.
Okay, as you land a couple of keen blows, you too discover that these frogs seem to be leaking a familiar black ichor from their wounds. Moving on down from Locris. Gladier, you are up. You currently have 2 of these massive frog-like humanoids bashing, slashing, and gnashing at you. How do you proceed?
Oh man. All right. Um, concentration at first level. I figured I was gonna get gained up on. That's fine. um, I'm gonna bonus action. Who's yeah. Blade's right there, and I don't want him to go down. So in bonus action, heal, shield of faith on Blade. Kind of just wink at him, and then my typical golden divine light kind of shimmers over his body as a little protective barrier. So you get a +2, yeah, +2 to your AC blade while I have concentration. And then I'm gonna go back and attack number 6 again. I'm just gonna kind of turn around and just swing at him and slice this nasty frog up.
Alright, give me some attack rolls.
23 on the first attack to hit.
Oh, that hits for sure.
That is 10 slashing, 4 radiant damage for the first attack. 20, no, 32 hit the second one.
Oh, for sure.
That is 13 slashing damage and 1 radiant damage for the second attack.
Okay, what was the first attack's damage again?
It was 10, 10 slashing, 4 radiant, I believe.
Okay, perfect.
And that's my turn. I'm just gonna stay right there. Hope they attack me and not sweet little Blade. He's got kids to worry about, I'm sure, somewhere.
A tale for another time.
I want to make that a T-shirt. If we ever become famous, that's gonna be our merch right there. Number one merch item. Okay, moving on down from Gladiator. Blade, you are up. How do you proceed? Looks like the map is still relevant.
Hmm. Okay. Um. Oh man. Um. Let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna fuck around with Mr. Toad number 2 a little bit.
All right. Sounds kind of slutty. You've perked my interest. What's going on?
But I'm listening. Um, let's see. It's which it's how I want to do it. Oh no, never mind. That makes it. Um. Okay, sorry. I'm going to do a little bit of no. I'm sorry. Okay, they just have to hear me. I'm going to take another good strum of my lute, and then as I'm looking at this vile amphibian-looking beast, kind of start whispering some words towards it, like "Run, run, get your fat ass out, run!" And I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers at him.
All right, and you need a Wisdom saving throw, or
Yep, that is wisdom.
oof. Even made with advantage, that is only a whopping 9 on the die. So it comes out to like 15. So not. I think that's a fail.
It is a fail. So he is going to take at the 3rd level 5d6 of, I think it's psychic. Yeah, psychic damage. I'll roll that out, but he has to use whatchamacallit. It must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows from you. And it doesn't move into danger and shit like that. So, 5d6. I'll roll that out. So 16 points psychic damage.
Very nice. And so, in a situation where he can't move closer to you, is that part of the spell effect?
I guess. Where? Where is he? Yeah, because I guess he can't really move. He's kind of blocked in, isn't he?
Between Locris, Gabrielter, and he and his allies, he doesn't really have anywhere to go.
I'm sure he can piggyback on top of 3, right? No. Okay. I guess that was maybe not the most effective. Yeah, I guess he probably doesn't move then. He's literally, I think, trapped in.
We'll say he's burned his reaction, but alas, he has nowhere to go. He runs in
All
place.
right, that works for me. I am going to go ahead and yell to Gabrielter, Go ahead, hit him again. And hit him with some hooves. I guess froggy number 1.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me some attack roll, or it's just one attack for the donkey, right?
Yep, 1 attack. And we are looking at, please make Papa proud. He has a. You did not make Papa proud.
Once again, the hooves strike the thick, blubbery hide of this creature and do not seem to find much purchase. They just kind of glance off.
I can just imagine him like being up on top of the frog, like trying to hurt him. It's like almost like when you see 2 cats fighting and one's got like one in the chokehold and he's just like kicking the one's head with his hind feet. Not really doing too much, but
It's the thought that counts, you know?
just wanted the visual to be there. And I don't think I'm gonna do any inspo right now. I'm gonna save it. So I think that is it for me.
Okay, moving on down from Blade is the Sladi. One thing you all notice in this combat as things are going, these guys are definitely taking damage. You guys have managed to put it on almost all of them. Have taken some sort of damage. And in this moment, as the Sladi, as their turn comes up, you see that all of the wounds that you guys have managed to put on these creatures, they slowly begin to heal before your eyes, very, very rapidly. And as they do this, let me make a few notes here. Boosh. 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 I'm gonna roll down same order. Let's see. Slot number 1, kind of torn between Donkey and Renwick. I'm gonna roll a die. Donkey it is. We're gonna take a couple of melee attacks at the donkey. I got a 19, 2 of them, but I gotta take 4 away from that for the Bane. So, 15 twice. I think the 15 still hits Gabrielter, correct?
15 does hit Gabrielter.
Alright, so first attack is 13 bludgeoning damage. The second attack is 11 bludgeoning damage. And then a bite attack becomes a 17, but I got a -4, so 13. Does 13 hit Gabrielter? I think even that hits Gabrielter.
It still hits them.
And with that, that will be a whopping 10 piercing damage as the both blows and the bite attack land true. Moving.
And
Sorry, go ahead.
so Gabrielter kind of rears up on his hind legs. I can imagine him kind of hovering in the air, and you just hear a. And then he dissipates into a celestial dust and has disappeared.
Holy shit. I finally killed a member of the Sands of Justice. I'm gonna write this down. This is a powerful moment for me.
It's like, bastard.
Alright, so that being said, slot number 2 takes a couple of blows at Locris, swinging. Ooh, I got a 4, which becomes an 11, which I don't think hits. But I also got a nat 20, which comes out to like a 27, and he is not one of the ones who's baned, so. Unless you have some fuckery afoot there, Locris. I know you fuck with critical hits sometimes.
Yeah, let's use a cloud on that.
Okay.
And push it on to number 1.
All right, so let me roll the damage here. We'll double the dice. 7 becomes 14. Add the modifier. Becomes. Let me double check that modifier. I'm pretty sure it's. Yep, it's only a +4. So 14 becomes an 18. Critical damage to 1 here. And then finally, a bite attack from number 2 coming towards Locris. 18 on the die does become 25.
Hits.
You're looking at a whopping 10 piercing damage from this creature's bite attack. Moving to Slod 3. Similar situation. Locris is the only target. A couple of attack rolls coming in. I got a dirty 20 and a 21 to hit.
Both miss.
This slide comes down with its quarterstaff, but does not seem to find purchase. A final bite attack coming in for a 17 to hit, but alas, 2 swings and a chomp don't manage to find any purchase on your giant-sized form. Slot number 4, similar situation. A couple of attack rolls from this quarterstaff coming at Locris. A 4 and a 7 on the die is just not enough to do it. A couple of more wild swings, and this is without the Bane. You know, they're doing particularly bad. Let's see here. 11 becomes 18. I don't think that hits either, even without the Bane. So, rough stuff. But, alas, 3 and 4 do try to tee off on Locris. You know, you have dodged, parried, or outright blocked roughly 6 attacks as they come in ferociously. That brings us to number 5, also baned. I'm gonna roll a die between Gladier and Blade. It looks like Blade this time. A couple of attack rolls. I got a 17 and a 25, but 25 becomes 21. And I don't know if that hits with Gladier's bonus that he's given you. Is it 21 hit?
With his bonus, it does not.
Oh, lucky dog. Finally, a bite attack comes in, which is a dirty 20, but minus the 4, 16. So similar to your comrades, to a flurry of attacks. They're just like savage and uncoordinated and just don't seem to do any damage. They're easily dodged, blocked, or parried. 6 comes in at Gladier. Similar situation. I've got a 9 on the die, but so that misses, but also another 25 to hit. I imagine imagine that one finally finds some purchase.
I'm gonna use a little bit of fuckery to take down that attack.
All right, absolutely.
Use some cutting words. So I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, fucking try that again." And I'll roll a d10 off of that.
Okay, yeah.
Wrong chat. Oh god, I'm sorry. 6 off of that.
I don't think a 19 hits Gladier.
That misses.
Nice. And a bite attack coming in.
I do the wink back.
A 16 to hit on the bite attack. I don't think that hits either. Once again, you know, finding more shield and armor than anything else. Moving on down from the Slod. 'Tis Renwick Turner. You are up.
Alrighty. Well, my homie's in danger. So if there's one attacking Gabrielter, it's gonna get stabbed. I'm assuming the map hasn't changed much, so
Except for Gabriel being destroyed. But yeah, I'll throw down I'll throw down another picture real quick.
yeah. He's not taking kindly to that. Let's see here. Okay, 30-30 with the rapier. And I need a con save.
Comes out to a 15.
15. All right, no additional damage, but that's going to be 16 points of piercing damage. And I'm going to stick right up on this thing in honor of Gabrielter. I will avenge him.
All right, excellent. Yeah, you step up to engage this large-sized toad-like humanoid. So anything else?
Oh, shit. I didn't think about bonus action. I guess I will take a shot with my hand crossbow as well for an 18.
18 hits for sure.
It's an additional 3 points of piercing damage as well.
All right, an additional 3 points. All right. Moving on down from Renwick, it is Logos. You are up. Wait, you wanted to stay in combat, right, Renwick? You didn't want to move back?
Yeah,
away.
I'm going to stay up on it.
Okay, yeah. Logos, you are up.
Could I make like a survival or maybe some kind of check so if I can try to ascertain how they're healing?
Yeah. I would allow a survival or medicine check if you'd like. Maybe even an arcana check.
What was the first one? You kind of cut out for a second.
Sorry, I'd allow a survival, a medicine, or even an arcana check.
That's so funny. Every time you say "I allow," it.
Oh, am I getting choppy again? I can disconnect, reconnect real quick.
Is it me or is he copy? Because if it's me, it might be because I'm just got home.
No, it's whenever he gets going, it goes, yeah, fuck this, we're out. When it's like 2 or 3 words, it comes through clear.
It's funny because he's like, "Yeah, so you're up, and I'll allow," and then copy. So you said medicine or arcana?
Yeah, medicine, arcana, or survival. I had to mix it up so you could hear them all this time. I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect real quick. See if it helps.
But it is funny. It gets into a good part where you want to build up suspense, and his microphone just goes, fuck that.
Right.
So like all the boring like the admin stuff, like where we're placing is like perfectly clear, and then once you're getting into the lore or what's happening, it just never fails.
Wait till you guys get to my arc. Be coupled with that.
I
Be
rolled
good.
a nat 20 on survival for a total of 30.
A nat 20 on survival for a total of 30. I think I'll just give you everything. In that case, these particular slad, they regenerate at the beginning of each of their turn, roughly 10 hit points. Every round, they regain health rapidly.
Seeing, I'm having tussled with the other slot. We wouldn't know. I wouldn't know if it's not like a troll like situation.
That you do not know at this point in time, anyway.
Okay. All right. Right. That's the case. I'm going to enter my starry form, and I'm going to take my attack at the one I've been hitting.
Okay, number 4.
31. Use my bonus action to fire off my starry form. 18. That 10 points of damage from the first attack.
How many points of damage was that?
The first one was 10. The second one was 9. And then my bonus action attack is 12. So 10, 9, 12.
All right. Once again, arrows land true, sticking deep in the hide of this creature. It's looking like a pincushion at this point, as several arrows protrude from its chest.
That last attack, the attack from my starry form, is radiant damage, if that matters.
All right. Let me make a note. Anything else you want to do? You want to stay put, or you have some movement left, I believe?
Am I near a wall?
Correct. You are backed up to a wall at this point.
How high up is the ceiling?
Not too high, like somewhere between 10 and 12 feet.
Then I will walk up the wall and hang upside down from the ceiling.
Okay, excellent.
That'll be my turn.
All right, moving on down from Logos. That's restarting the round. Locris, you are up. A very, what we call a target-rich environment.
Yes. I'm going to start with number 3 because I don't like that he healed up some. So let's take a swing on him. A 23.
Oh, that hits for sure.
Let's see. 1d8 plus 5 less 8 plus 13 damage. Plus another d6. So 24 damage. 18 radiant, 6. I think it's 4s. Or it's the type. No, extra d6. So 24 points radiant damage.
Very nice.
Is he still standing?
Oh, yes. Still standing. Lots of these wounds leaking this black ichor, though, for sure.
Then let's hit him again. Plus 26. Ugh, crap. Let's get that in, otherwise that won't work. Another 21 points of radiant damage. And if still standing, I'm going to activate. No, let's save the fire rune. Instead, let's go with a action surge and do it some more.
After the second blow and a more splattering of the black ichor, his knees look trembly, but still he stands.
Okay, so another attack. And that's going to be 17 to hit.
17 hits for sure.
All right. That's going to be 1d8 plus. Another 18 points radiant damage.
Locris, go ahead and tell me how you take down this toad-like humanoid.
So just getting frustrated and pissed off because he killed my best friend. Locris just starts overhand wailing on him, and I think he's the only one that actually hit me too. So that just pushed that frustration. Took a deep breath and said, "Fuck it," and started smashing some more. Then with my last hit, I'm going to turn to number 2 and hit him. That's a 21 to hit.
Hits for sure.
And that's going to be for 19 points radiant damage. And I am going to activate the fire rune. So that's going to be an extra 2d6 fire damage. And then I need a strength saving throw.
That's going to be a whopping 15 on the strength saving throw.
DC 16. So he is considered restrained for the next minute. And at the start of its turn, it's going to take another 2d6 fire damage. And then at the end of its turn, it can repeat the saving throw.
Okay, for sure.
And action, bonus action. I'm good.
Excellent. Moving on down from Locris. Gladier, you are up. Still kind of also pretty much target-rich environment.
All right. Yeah, seeing these guys heal in front of him, and also Gibraltar going down in a puff of celestial smoke. he's not very happy. He wasn't that sad about the zombie, but Gibraltar he's sad about. So yeah, he's gonna lay into number 6 again, but he's gonna put a little bit more bite behind his hit. So I'm gonna do some divine smites if I hit. So that's 27 on the first attack. To hit.
Oh, hits for sure.
All right, so I'm gonna do 3rd level divine smite, which is 2d8 radiant damage, 1 plus 1 for every spell higher than first. So an extra 48 radiant. Okay. I know how to play my character, I swear. Alright, so that is 11 slashing damage. And then 6, 21 radiant damage on the first attack.
11 on top of 21?
Yeah, 11 slashing and then 21 radiant.
Gladiator, go ahead and tell me how you take down this large toad-like humanoid.
Yeah, so he just screams out when he sees Gibraltar puff into dust. Remembering the fun time that one time he rode him up the cliffside flying with Blade. And he's gonna turn and just a horizontal slash and just lop off the head of frog number 6. And then use that kind of like spinning momentum to turn around and do like a slash for my second attack at number 5.
Alright, give me some attack rolls.
That is a 21 to hit.
Hits for sure.
Okay. Don't want to burn another spell slot. I'll do a second level divine smite for this one. So that is another 11 slashing damage and 17 radiant damage to Froggy number 5.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, wow. Once again, you open a fresh wound full of this black ichor seems to spill onto the ground.
And I don't want to use a bonus action. Yeah, no, I'll just stay put. All my bonus actions are pretty much all my bonus actions are concentration, and I want to keep Blade with uh, that armor boost. So that will be my turn.
Okay, moving on down. That is Blade. You are up.
All right. So we have Froggy number. Is Froggy number 1 still up?
Yes, currently 1, 2, 4, and 5 are still in combat.
All right. Um. I think. Can I? Oh, shoot. I can't do that. I'm going to. Can I just like look at Froggy number? You said 1, 2, 4, and
Correct. 1, 2, 4, and 5 are still up. Out of the 6, number 3 and number 6 have been dropped.
Number 2 is what took down Gabrielter, though.
Oh no, it was number 1.
That fucker. All right. Can I just get eyes on him and see how he's looking? Like health-wise?
Yeah, go ahead and give me like a survival or medicine check.
Okay, both +2. 15?
He's not looking great. Renwick has done a considerable amount of damage to him. He looks panicky and desperate to land a blow on Renwick.
I guess that kind of settles it. Hopefully this works. I don't know. This is high risk. I'm going to go ahead and do I want to do it? Man, I feel like these guys are going to be quite good at this. But he does have a D4 from his saving throws. Okay. I think I'm going to look at Froggy number 1 and just kind of like in just anger glare at him, holding my lute and kind of pointing the head of it at him and being like, "You're gonna die for doing that. He was a great friend of mine." And take another good strum of the lute, and then you just see this kind of static kind of starting to erupt, like kind of out of the air a little bit, and then making its way over to this giant frog. So I'm going to cast synaptic static on him.
Excellent. That's a intelligence saving throw?
It is. I feel like this is risky, but I'm going to just fucking throw it at him.
Once I take the -4, it comes out to a whopping 11.
So he is going to say, actually, it's a 20-foot circle. Is that, I guess I cast a spell, but is there a way to cast it where Renwick would not be in that circle?
Yeah, I think, what'd you say, it was a 20-footer?
Yeah, it's a 20-footer.
Yeah, if you positioned it right, you could potentially get both 1 and 2. Let's see, that's 4 squares, though. 1 is engaging Renwick in melee combat, and 2 is engaging Locris in melee combat. It would be hard to position it on the actual floor, but if you maybe crept up the side of the wall, and positioned it that way, you could probably maneuver it to just get the slot.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. And my priority is just to take out 1. If I can get 2 in there, great. But my priority is 1.
Okay, yeah, with the 20-foot radius, you can for sure get both of them.
Perfect. So at least for 1, if he failed that save, he is going to take. I'll roll it in chat. 8d6 psychic damage.
2 also fails.
Okay, so so they both take 21 points of psychic damage, and they have muddled thoughts for 1 minute. So during that time, they take a d6 and subtract that from the number rolled from its attack rolls and ability checks and con saves as well. So another 6 on top of the minus. Well, at least for 1.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, this damage that comes through, it takes Slod 1 down to a knee, but he manages to recover, but barely. He's covered in these wounds, now a bit dazed, leaking black ichor profusely from several locations.
And I'm going to. It was pretty ugly. I think I'm going to save my inspo once again, just in case I need it, for other causes. And I think that is it for me.
Okay, moving on down from Blade Silverstring, the Slaughter once again. Once again, they begin to heal rapidly before your eyes. Some of the wounds you have just freshly inflicted begin to heal almost as soon as the damage was laid upon them. That being said, we're gonna roll in order here. 1, barely hanging on. 1 on death's door. Takes a couple of attacks at Renwick, I believe with disadvantage due to his cloak. So, first one.
That is correct.
This is definitely a miss. So that's a whopping 3 on the die. Oh, and a natural 1. So a couple of these hasty and panicked smash attacks from this quarterstaff find no purchase. He comes in with a chomp attack. Wow, I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 3 for those 3 attacks. So he's frothing at the mouth, clearly striking out more like a wounded animal than a fearsome toad-like warrior. 2 is just really not having a great day. He's got the minus a d6 from the synaptic static. He's currently feared from the dissonant whispers. He is also restrained from Locris's fire damage. I believe you got to roll some fire damage for him, Locris.
Yes, great way to start his turn. Six points of fire damage.
All right, 6 points of fire damage. He struggles, but is going to make some attacks against you, Locris. I'm not even going to apply the Bane or the D6 on the... Man, I'm rolling some stellar rolls. I better switch to Avery. Maybe she'll help me kill you guys. The next couple of quarterstaff attacks fly wide as he comes in for a bite. Yeah, once again, he's flustered, panicked. Wait, can he even... do I have to roll with disadvantage for him being restrained to attack as well?
Yes.
Okay, well, all of those flew so wide if I had to roll with disadvantage. Oh, wow. Yep, not a shot, not a chance in hell. All 3 attacks from this slot of 2, also a struggle, manages to find no purchase on Locris's giant form. 4, similar situation, continues to attack Locris. I've got a dirty 20 and a natural 20. Minus 4 becomes 16, but I still got a hit instead of a crit, I suppose.
My DC is 22.
Oh, well, the nat 20 would bring it to 27. Minus the 4 would be actually 23 to hit.
That one's not hit.
Let's see here. A couple of D6. So 1 blow does find purchase. So you're looking at...
I'm sorry. I'm just going to use some cutting words on that.
I think all you need is 1.
Perfect. Be like, Try again, you fat fuck. And yeah, I'll roll it out, but you can go ahead.
He looks insulted. He points his finger back to him. Me? Confused, just enough to cause the attack to fly wide. Followed up with a bite attack. That one's cocked. 14 is not going to do the trick. So once again, some flurried and frustrated frogs attempt to strike Locris and can find no purchase. Slide 5 turns to. I think he attacked Blade last time. It's target rich environment. Let's roll the dice. Blade again. That's who he's going for.
God damn it!
I got a 17 and a 21, but the 17 becomes a 13, and the 21 becomes what is that? 21 minus 4 is 17? Yeah, I don't think either of those find purchase. Yeah, and the bite attack as well. Just frothed wild animals. They are more in a panic than acting like the strategic warriors you may or may not have thought them to be. After that, Slutty turn is over. Coming up on Renwick. You are up.
All right. So number 2 is restrained. Number 1 is looking like death's door.
Correct.
Well, for funsies, since that guy's restrained, Renwick is gonna use his movement to basically run around number 1 so that he's diagonal to number 2. Take a nice stab at him while he's restrained with advantage. That's going to be a dirty 30. I'm going to pump an Eldritch Smite into that, so that's going to be an additional 4d8 on top of the sneak attack damage.
Damn!
So the sneak attack damage is going to be, let's see, 10, 16. I need a con save from you, and then an additional 17 damage, so 33 damage.
I failed that con save.
All right, let's add an extra 2d6. And a 6 and a 5, so 44 points of damage.
Total?
11 of which is cold, if it matters.
It does kind of. So, what's it? 11 cold damage, is that what you said?
Yep.
All right, yeah. You land a mighty blow with this Eldritch Smite, coupled with the cold damage of your rapier, and he winces, stumbles backwards, has to realign himself after such a blow. Especially because one he's not expecting. He was more focused on Locris. Have a tiny halfling come out of nowhere and land such a mighty blow. It's perplexing.
And you see him like reach out with the rapier and pierce this thing, and this sort of like dark emanation kind of ripples out of its chest, and he just looks back and he's like, "Somebody want to finish that one?" And you see his hand crossbow go up and shoot a bolt over at number 1. And that's an 18 to hit.
18 hits for sure.
That'll be 1 point of damage.
Not quite enough to get him over the threshold,
Yeah,
but
a
a noble effort.
But I'll stay where I'm at.
All right, excellent. And coming down to the bottom of the round, Logos, you are up. So, Logos, you are kind of off in the corner. You have there's a couple of slod that have been dropped. Most of them are, actually all of them are engaged in combat. You've got Blade and Gladier kind of tag teaming one. You've got a couple of green slotty kind of tag teaming Locris. You've got Renwick kind of bouncing between multiple targets. How do you proceed, Logos?
Is the frog that I've been focusing on still up?
He is. That would be slot 4. He's currently frustratingly so, trying to land a blow on Locris, and does not seem to be able to. Mostly thanks to Blade's insults.
Well, I'm gonna try to finish him off. First one is a 25 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Second one, ooh, second one's a 16.
16 is actually the magic number. Also hits.
And my bonus action shot is a nat one.
The nat one flies wide for sure.
14 total damage on the first attack. And 12 damage on the second attack. So 24 damage total.
A couple more arrows find their mark, and he, gasping for breath, now leaking black ichor not only out of the wounds, but also kind of choking up as well. He doesn't look long for this world, but he remains on his feet.
I'd like to. Can I see from up here what's going on? Like, can I get a look over the water, in the water, behind them at those other frog-like creatures you said that were just kind of standing there? Can I get like a vibe check on what's going on in there, or maybe take a perception check, see what I see?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Say 24 total.
And what are you looking for precisely?
Are they just watching? Do they seem like they're waiting for something, or are they just watching? Like, I'm trying to get a vibe check.
Who is they in that situation?
The ones that you said that were just standing in the water behind the wizards, or the frog like the more civilized ones.
All of the slods that you guys have encountered in this particular battle have been the green slod. So, though they had originally kind of lined up against the wall and cast spells, they did eventually engage the party. They're not as hardy or strong as or even good of fighters as the blue slod. This is more of like a mage variant of the sloddy. But alas, your perception check does kind of allow you to kind of take note of the room. They don't look like they are going to win this fight, and you deem them intelligent enough to know this. So they are either fighting for some sense of purpose, or what would compel an aberration toad creature to fight to the death is beyond you. But they are clearly intelligent enough to know that they are not going to win this battle.
Okay, I misunderstood the first initial. I thought they were other ones in the water.
Oh, and the water kind of flows from one door to the other, so while there is this bit of flowing water in the room, it's essentially only an inch or two above this polished concrete floors of this once beautiful temple.
Okay, that'll be my turn then.
After Logos, we're going back to the top of the round. That would be Locris. You are up.
Sweet. Uh, since 4 almost got a hit on me, I'm a backhand that bitch with my Morning Star.
Excellent. I love Locris's violent outbursts. They're great.
24 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
That's 1d8. He's not got my curse, so I don't get that additional +5. So 16 plus my giant of d6. An extra 1. You know what? Just for that, I'm gonna draw my own Eldritch Smite. And for Locris, my spell level is up to 5. So let's see, that's a d8 plus 5, so that's going to be 6d8. Okay, so that is 17 points of radiant damage plus 26 force damage.
Locris, go ahead and tell me how you finish this monster.
Locris backhand with the Morning Star, and as it catches, you see a pulse just ripple through, and it causes a shockwave as it just shoots off and splatters all the blood and ichor from this toad's face, and just Jackson Pollocks the wall. And then with my second attack, I'm going to come back forward and try and finish off toad number 2.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
32 to hit.
For sure hit.
And if you had my curse, that'd be a crit, damn it. Okay, 1d8 plus 8. And that's going to be 12 points of radiant damage.
Alright, 12 points of damage to 2. Yeah, another mighty blow staggers him back. More black ichor, but he remains on his feet.
And then I'm just going to do a second wind.
Good call.
And that will end my turn.
Alright, yeah. Go ahead and get some HP back there. Moving on down. Gladier, you are next. How do you proceed?
I'm just gonna hit the fuck out of number 5 right here.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
Alright. It's 21 to hit.
For sure hits.
Alrighty. That is 10 slashing and 7 radiant damage for the first strike. And second attack, 24.
Oh, hits for sure.
14 slashing and 2 radiant. How's this guy looking? Is he still chilling?
Go ahead and give me like a survival or a medicine check.
Alrighty, those are both garbage for me, I think. +1. Oh, that's a 10.
With a 10, I mean, he's taken some damage, but it's hard for you to gauge whether how much it has affected him or not.
All right. Um. Yeah, I think that's really all I can do. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay and just keep wailing on this guy, trying to keep him pinned down and beat him the fuck up. So yeah, I'll stay there.
Excellent. Moving down. Blade Silver String. You are up.
All right. I think I am going to. I'm just going to keep on Mr. Bad Toad #1 here. He's the one that took down Gabrielter, so I'm gonna just keep right on his ass.
Excellent. Very nice. Good choice.
In an effort to make it as theatrical as possible, I am going to just good lord, I really want this guy dead. I'm going to just look at him and say, like, it's time for you to die, and take a strum of my lute, and then silence, and then you just hear an eruption of just come out of nowhere, just kind of like an explosion. And I'm going to cast Shatter on Froggy #1.
Oof. Is that a deck save or a con save?
That's a con save.
I actually rolled pretty decent for the first time tonight. That's a 23 on that.
And is that with the D4 subtracted?
Oh, nope. That would be a 19, actually.
Which will bring it to a fail.
Very nice.
I was hoping that would line up with Synaptic Static, but it says after a failed save, they have muddled thoughts and take a d6, subtract that from all attack rolls, ability checks, as well as constitution saving throws to maintain concentration. So I was like, damn it. Would have loved that to stack up.
Oh, it was specifically concentration spells, huh? Instead of con.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
you. Close. Very close.
Close. But anyway, so I was casting that at 5th level. So he is going to take where is it? 68. I think, is it thunder damage? Yeah. And let's see. I'll roll that out. Jesus. All right. 68. Hopefully this will be a little better than my other roll. So 27 points of thunder damage.
Blade, go ahead and tell me how your spell destroys this monster.
I just wanted to like hit him point blank, just like in his stomach, and it just basically erupts. Just this, like his like viscera and guts, this ichor, whatever, just paints the walls. And yeah, Blade will just kind of sigh a sigh of relief, knowing that he had avenged Gabrielter.
You killed my donkey. Prepare to die. No. Yeah, you drop this. You drop this slad, and ichor bubbles forth and gushes from many wounds.
And I think um I'm gonna, I'm gonna just kind of stay put for right now. Again, I'm not gonna use any inspo. And that should end it.
Okay, excellent. So, coming down to the slotty. Not only do their wounds begin to heal, but something new. They both throw down their quarterstaffs and prostrate themselves. They fall face first onto the ground, completely prone, and both in unison proclaim, "We surrender. We surrender. No more."
Would I take fall damage if I drop down from the ceiling?
You're not that high up. If you count how tall you are versus how tall the ceiling is, it's maybe 5 or 6 feet, so probably not.
Okay, then I will kick down back, land with the party. I think it'll be up to Blade if we allow these to live. I mean, they did kill your donkey after all.
I'll say we'll pause initiative for this moment to see what the party would like to do. Technically, it would be Renwick's turn next, but a rare opportunity to parlay has presented itself, so what do you guys do?
Why the hell are you here?
For the masters. They command us. We will take you to them. Please.
The masters, are those the clerics of this temple that have been affected by this blight?
They are no longer clerics. Food or sladi. That's the only way.
Can I roll an insight on these guys just to see what kind of their demeanor?
Can I get it?
Yeah, for sure. You can each make your own, or one of you can give the other advantage.
It might be better off giving Logus advantage, I feel, on this.
I do have a +10.
Beats my +2.
Come on, I'm trying to type it out. Number yeah, 28.
From what you can glean, these toads are being genuine. They are wounded. They fought like scared creatures. You can tell from engaging them that this is not the type of combat that they are used to nor built for. They fumbled their way through this bit of melee. After the initial surprise round of spell work, they pretty much failed consistently. You handled them handily, and they are intelligent enough to know when they are beaten. So they have. Looks like they have, there's no dishonesty as far as you could tell. They legitimately surrender.
I don't know about you, Locris, but it begs the question of why we need 2 of them to take us to the master. I mean,
My
these
thoughts exactly.
assholes just drop fucking nukes on our head. I'm not too keen on letting any of them live, to be honest.
I'm curious about this masters thing. And honestly, I'd rather they just take us there rather than us fumble our way around, run into more traps and other creatures. But I do see your point about why only one.
Shall
Well, I
we
mean,
flip a coin? Or
I
perhaps one
think
of you has better information than the other.
I was just about to say this same thing. Maybe we play a game. Whoever gives us the best information lives.
They say nothing but remain prostrated, face down on the ground, arms and legs spread wide. They submit. Ask your questions, heroes. The masters, they're watching.
Who
They beckon you.
who are the masters?
Sluddy, of course.
What is
Slotty like you, or slotty like the big blue ones we killed in the other room?
Not quite either. But sluddy nonetheless.
what does that mean? What are slotty?
One kind of slaps his hand on the ground, making a splash in the water. We are Sluddy.
Okay, so bloody or bloody.
All right, but these masters they don't look like you or the other amphibious folks we killed earlier.
Still face down into the ground, they do kind of proclaim, smaller, stronger.
Smaller and stronger than you. Okay, that raises a little concern.
Were y'all made to be this, or were y'all born like this? I mean, where did y'all come from?
Some of us are made, some of us are born. Where we come from is many places. Some of us come from many planes, but most of us are servants to the Sladi hierarchy. We go and come from where they tell us we go and come from.
Hold up, real quick. When we came from, I'm sure you know about the town not too far from here, up in the trees. When we were over there, we found one of their citizens with a gaping hole in his chest. Looked like something burst out. Was that you?
Not me, personally. But yes. Red Sladi are born. Born from the Chaos Phage. They are inserted into fleshlings like yourselves via combat, and after a determined amount of time, they grow big enough to escape their host and return to us. Eggs are planted that are microscopic, that grow exponentially until they eat their host and find their way home.
Does the ichor that's kind of pouring out of their wounds right now, is that similar to what I saw like on my mother and the other townfolk?
It does appear to be similar, yes.
Logus will kind of get down on a knee and like with one of the arrows poke one of the wounds and get that ichor on it. So the ones that are infected to become slotty have this in their bodies?
Not always. You should speak with the master. He knows more than I.
Okay, so is this your original body, or are you uh, uh is this body your host?
Let me roll a die. I was once a cleric of Farlangen, but this is no more. The slod life is for me. It is everything I ever wanted, and something I cling to desperately. My former life as a servant to a false god is no longer appealing.
And the clerics of Furlong, and they were like the ones like in this temple, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
Yes, you are currently in the Temple of Roads, and Farlongen is the god of roads.
Okay, that's what I thought. Just want to make sure. Okay. Oh fuck. This is a lot to wrap my head around.
I'm still not seeing that there's really much of a difference between the two of them in terms of information. So, shall we flip a coin to see which one's going to take us to the master and be on with it?
Locris curb stomps Lod number 2.
When he stomps down, Renwick's like, "Hey, wait a second!" And you see the rapier jut out of his tentacles, and he stabs it at the same time.
Fucking Logus will let out a couple arrows while they're doing that.
Can I do a medicine check to see if he's dead?
No medicine check needed. Between the three of them, he's for sure dead. He was on death's door.
There. Now that it's settled, you give us an hour to breathe and then take us to your master.
Without moving, still prostrated on the floor, he says, yes, the masters say they will wait. They are happy to let you rest and recover.
How do you know this? You can hear them from here?
He turns his head to you from being the prostrated face down in the dirt, or rather this polished floor that's kind of soaked with water and probably black ichor of his slain comrades at this point. But he turns to you, and as he speaks, his mouth does not move. The entire conversation you guys have been having is all telepathic, and the slad kind of clues you into this. Yes, I hear them. They hear me. They watch us all.
Go.
So he's gonna know that you're bringing us to him.
He asked me to surrender and bring you to him.
Side note: are we like officially out of combat?
Yes, for the time being, for sure.
All right. When in this time, I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality because those fireballs did hurt. Basically, healing energy radiates from you within 30-foot radius, centered on you. You can use a bonus action for one creature in the aura, including you, to regain 2d6 hit points. So, like, while we're here, it's concentration up to 1 minute. So I'm just gonna, like, while we're here, just spam that until I'm pretty good, until I'm back to full at least.
If you can do that 20 times. It's 60 seconds. Each turn is about 6 seconds. Or 20, not 20 times, like 20d6, I mean, potentially. If you just spammed.
Well, I'll get myself to full, and then I'll see, like, whoever else needs it, because I'm pretty hurt.
Yeah, man. You can roll it out. What did it come out to after a minute? 20d6 or something? Yeah. Take the time and hit yourself up with some healing spells for sure.
Or are we taking a short rest here too?
Yeah, the Sladdy has not moved, and he has agreed to give you as much time as you need to rest.
Well, I didn't know we were gonna rest. That's why I did this here.
Well, save your hit die for later. Alright, so we're doing a short rest. Oh man, this is some shit we're in, guys.
Wow, fucking great. Rolled
Yeah,
two.
that's weird. This whole Masters crap. No wonder they couldn't clear out this damn place.
Yeah, if this other slad's acting as a conduit, then just be careful what you say. I mean, he clearly sees us and knows we're coming. So let's just watch our tongues. And he's kind of eyeballing this creature that's offered to guide us.
He remains face down, refuses to make eye contact, and is just laying face down on the ground in the water that you have flowing by.
All right, so let's go over what we know. There is microscopic eggs that they can infect a host with, and over time they grow and burst out of their fucking chest and then come back here.
Yes, the eggs. They make red sluddy. The
How
eggs.
many
They make red sluddy.
how many different types of body animals?
Many. Us green sluddy were born traditionally of the eggs like red sluddy. However, we turn green if we are magically capable.
And what color are
Does,
the oh sorry.
does anybody else need any healing? I do have a couple charges left.
I
Yeah, I
actually
could use
managed to
some.
walk. I managed to walk away without a scratch, surprisingly enough.
I am down a little bit of health, but I haven't rolled any hit die either.
All right, I'll give you the last two. Give my last ones.
So you're the green slotty. The red slotty was from that guy in town. What are the big ones in the other room? What color are they?
The blue sluddy are made from the chaos phage, a disease that most of us carry in our claws, our fangs, and our various appendages.
Oh shit!
Blade,
So
you get back 10 hit points.
that's
Thank you, sir.
so the blue slotty come from the disease that's infecting people in your town, Logus. That's what it sounds like.
Is there a way to cure it?
Only the master knows such things.
Is everyone good? Move on to talk to this fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
do we want to put him in chains before we go?
That's probably a safe bet.
Well, he's magical. You might want to cover his mouth as well. Seeing as he
He's
can speak
Yeah,
Can
he
you
can speak
cast spells
telepathically.
telepathically?
Sorry, say that again?
If you can speak telepathically to people, does that mean that you can also cast spells telepathically?
Not me, but perhaps the master.
I'll see. There you go. Should probably like cover his mouth with something.
I'll put him in a set of manacles and gag him.
Okay, yeah, he does not resist. He accepts both and continues to lay on the floor until told otherwise.
I'm gonna use my Pearl of Power for the day and get back a third level spell slot. But I mean, might as well just head out. No time like the present. The master knows how
Yep.
to potentially cure this. I mean, he might not want to part with that information so easily, but Sounds like that's where we need to go.
All right, lead the way.
The slod kind of stands and leads you to the door on the northern wall, the door where all of this water seems to be coming from. You enter another room, and it looks a bit more like it might have been a bit more lavish of a dormitory. There is like a single large bed that seems to be smashed and splintered. It looks like there were several desks for perhaps writing, a couple of bookshelves. All of these are smashed, splintered, destroyed, essentially. And water covers the entire floor. And only an inch or two, but alas, he tranches you through this room, this possibly like a high priest's quarters or something, and through another door. And after he leads you into this second room, you guys see before you like a main worship hall of this god, this Farlongen. Lots of pews and benches, all of them smashed, all of them destroyed, splintered wood. Most of them block the main door. It looks like this, you discover the other side of the barricaded foyer door. This door also seems to be, barricaded from both sides. As you guys enter, you see an altar that looks, for lack of a better word, defiled. It is chipped. There are claw marks in it. Anything even remotely resembling the previous god has been torn down, destroyed, defaced. And aside from that, you see on this altar has been replaced by, there is a large purple crystal, jagged in formation. Next to this crystal, propped up in such a way, it looks to be like two endless decanters. These two like water jugs pour forth constantly, streaming over this crystal. The water jugs, they'll only look like maybe they'll hold a liter, but as you walk in, the water consistently flows from them and does not stop. This water flows over this dark crystal, hits the altar, and is immediately changed. It is like a smoky color, smoky black. This dark, murky, kind of black water filters down to the ground. And you see a lot of these benches and pews have been moved away from the front of the altar. And the once slick, smooth marble floor has been uprooted. It's been destroyed. There is a large portion of the floor that is missing. Looks like it has been chiseled out to reveal the raw earth underneath. And you see that this water seems to feed like a pit of undulating black vines that look like they occasionally move and slop around as if sentient. You enter, and this slad steers you a wide course around this pit to the other side of the room, where 3 slad stand to receive you. They are much smaller than the slads you guys have encountered before. Okay, for sure. You can absolutely bust out a spell. These slads you have encountered, they're a lot smaller than the ones before. 2 gray slad flank what is known as a death slad. And as he approaches, he leads you up and then bows. He takes, not even bows, he takes 2 knees and focuses his gaze on the floor before his masters. He leads you up to them, and though the mouth of the death slad does not move, It calls out to you telepathically. Bested my warriors. There must be some parley we could accomplish. Who are you? What are your goals? Why are you here?
We are the Sands of Justice, sent here by the High Druid of Xanathia to cleanse this temple from evil. Seems that y'all are causing a ruckus to the citizens of my hometown, and we don't appreciate it. If you want to parlay, take what's left of your men, leave the temple, and go your own way. We just need you out of here.
You would have us leave? We are trying to show your people a mercy. The star approaches. The Reaper of Flesh has his eye on this world. At least Sladi live. He is coming. Do you not want our aid? We are trying to preserve life.
Oh, you're
So let me get
preserving a
this
lot
straight.
of life. Oh, go ahead.
You come in uninvited, you don't communicate, you start killing local citizens, and you're claiming that you are here to help and preserve. Pardon me, but that sounds like a croak of shit.
Only kill a few, turn most, keep them alive. Beating hearts, lungs that can take in air. That is better than what the Reaper of Flesh will turn these people into when he arrives. We could preserve them.
Flesh? Who is that?
We don't come here of our own volition. We are commanded here by the Reaper of Flesh. He gestures to the altar that you see these beacons of water just kind of pouring over this dark crystal, and behind this little setup with this dark crystal is absolutely a massive symbol of Nerul, a skull with a sickle painted in blood and black ichor on the wall. These Sladi do appear to be followers of the dark god Naru.
Oh, God
I
damn
told
it.
you this guy was being an issue.
It's goddamn Nauru, man. We've been running into him in every damn continent, country we've been in. Pain in the ass.
His comet comes. He will be here. This is how we preserve the life. For what he does to the living in the realms he conquers. It is
The funny
unnatural.
thing that all of these theories that we've heard over the years have in common is that you keep saying it's coming, and it just never does.
Oh, it comes. We have seen to it. We are his servants. He gestures to the crystal. It is a beacon, one of many that call him here to your world.
Can I make
So
some
quick-
sort of check to see if I have read or heard anything about like a comet, or is this like a literal comet, or is this like a metaphor for some sort of coming of a
Yeah, can we
god?
roll like a group knowledge check or anything?
I would accept a knowledge religion check. I could potentially divulge some information on a knowledge arcana check. Also, a knowledge history check. Your guys' call, but what skill you choose depends on what information I divulge.
Would you accept acrobatics?
No.
In that case, it's a 3.
Little Chris got a 25 on religion.
I just picture Renwick doing a dope ass flip, trying to get information from this guy. He's like, that impress you?
I only got a 19 on religion, so Locris beats me a little there.
Locris, you would know that the gods kind of are pretty much stuck on their planes of existence. You know, Pelor does not leave the fields of Elysium. He rules over them. Similar to other gods, they have their own like realms, their own worlds essentially. Now think of these worlds as planets. They are far, far away, and their own whole world essentially. Now, a renegade star or a comet may also be considered a realm or a world. And it is rumored that the god Nerul lives upon one such star that travels throughout the cosmos in the form of a comet or meteor, whatever you prefer. But he is ever moving. He does not have a home or a place to call his own. He rides this comet to and fro across the cosmos. That's what you know about Nerul. His plane of existence is one of the few that travels the astral plane rather than remains affixed.
So it's not like they're not speaking in metaphor, like they're speaking of like a literal physical thing coming.
The Death Slod nods. Yes, we bring the Reaper of Flesh to this world as he has requested.
Could you not?
Sorry,
It is too late. The ritual is done. The material plane, the Feywild, the Shadowfell, the planes above and below, each holds this beacon. He gestures to this purple pulsating crystal. It is how he sees. It is how he is able to move his world, his heavenscape across the cosmos. Without these crystals, he could not navigate. And so, we set out and make it so that he can have eyes and desire. And he wants this world, so we help him.
Okay, so I have one more big question. Say you're turning somebody, but they just broke up with their boyfriend and no longer wanted to become a toad because, drama. Would they be able to stop the changing process?
Powerful magics could stop it, but not many possess such abilities. It is hard to stop once the transformation is taken. I sense a bit of worry. Fear not. Most of the population in Xanathia suffers from the blessing of Nerul. He gestures to the crystal once again and the black undulating vines in the pit. Though it is similar from the same world, it is not the infection of the Slati. It is Nerul leaving his mark, allowing you consider it a professional courtesy of things to come.
Yeah.
So, recap. Nero's coming. The Reaper of Flesh, correct? Um, and he needs these crystals to find us, right?
Correct. He does not
And
need the crystals to find you. He needs the crystals to aim his comet, to be able to come close enough to your realm to influence it further.
and without those crystals, he'd be kind of flying aimlessly in the cosmos, correct?
Unfortunately, he has already set his target, but yes, without the crystals, he would not be able to maneuver his flying chariot, if you will. His realm sails through the cosmos. Without these, he has no, we'll call it, navigation. However, the ritual is done. All of the crystals are activated. He is on his way. They are no longer needed. But they still influence the realm. He kind of gestures to, a couple of bodies that are kind of hanging nearby, similar to Locris's zombie. There's a couple of corpses that look like to be strung up. He kind of walks over to him and he shows you something you recognize. Black veins scorch the bodies, though they are missing several limbs and other pieces of flesh, likely eaten by the Slod. He says, "This is the curse. Comes from the blessing of Nerul. But there's more Nerul than Slod. Believe it or not, we are the more peaceful option. At least you breathe, eat, have some pleasures of the flesh. What Nerul turns to the rest of his followers, they are souls trapped within iron contraptions of war and servitude, unfeeling, unthinking, slaves for all time."
The green slot that led us, he went back to bowing down, right?
Yeah, he said nothing. You guys have him he's got manacles behind the back. He's been gagged. He's just kneeling before his master, not making eye contact, staring at the ground.
All right. Locris is going to activate Giant Might, step forward, and curb stomp him, and look at the death slot and say, "That's my way of saying thanks."
I think what my friend here is trying to say is we appreciate the the warning. We do not need your help, and like I've said, I need you to vacate this temple, or we will have to kill you.
We have seen that you are powerful warriors. And Nerul, though he would love some trophies, we do not believe we are a match for the sands of justice. If you bid us to leave, we will go. But we will not be able to help you. And in the coming war, we will be on the winning side. So, choose wisely. We will leave if you ask us to. But you will not again receive such mercy from the Reaper of Flesh."
Renwick's just gonna look over at the party and say, after all they've done to these people, we're not really gonna let them walk away, are we? And he loads his crossbow.
Wait, hold
Nope,
on.
I mean-
You said great magics could cure the disease. What? What? What kind
Powerful wizards or even gods can grant the wish if they would like, but I don't think those who we infected in the battle with Xanathia have already turned or returned to us. The creeping blackness that curses the land and its people, that is not the Sloddy. It is the crystal and Neru's presence. He kind of gestures to the crystal once again, and you realize that the water runs over the crystal, off of the altar, and into the ground. And into the ground is where, and out of the ground is where these black, undulating vines seem to be originating.
Locris is going to Hexblade Curse the Death Slotty.
Okay, yeah. As you begin to take action, so do they. The Grey Slotty, just with a flick of their wrist, large swords, these like bastard swords, two-handed bastard swords, erupt from just the ether. And the Death Slotty kind of holds his hand up in a moment of pause and kind of restrains his gray slad, if you will. And after that, he says, "Whoa, we need not be enemies any longer. We will take our leave." And he is kind of nods to the others to kind of stand down, and they begrudgingly do so. They drop their blades, take a step back. Bid you adieu, mortals, I suppose. And he fumbles through something, he's got a belt with some pouches. And he pulls out a small box, similar to something like you would see like a ring, like a wedding ring or something in. And he sets it on the floor and slides it over with a light kick in the direction of Locris. And he says, "A peace offering until we meet again." And the three of them begin casting a planar shift spell. And only with a bit of chanting after a few seconds. And
Counterspell.
They
Counterspell it. I counterspelled the Death Slot. At its level.
All right. I had to look up. Let me look up what level that even is. I don't even know. Hold on. I have all these sweet apps, but it always takes me a second to find them. That spell app that you recommended, that spellbook app, was actually pretty good there, Chris. I quite enjoy that one. All right. Let me see.
Oh yeah, I use it every day. Or every time I play.
What level spell is Plane Shift?
7.
Okay, so I think you're still gonna have to roll it out then.
Yeah. So what is it? It's let me look up. Trying to remember what I add for counterspell. I know it's D20 plus my spell modifier, and I think that's it. Which is why I changed it. Ability check using your spellcasting ability. So 14 plus 5 for 19.
I think that does it. Yeah, you have successfully disrupted the Death Slot's Plane Shift spell.
And it's just him, so.
If we're popping off real quick, later would like to do something if we have like a second of, I don't know, some sort of, maybe not technically a surprise round, but we have like the jump on them.
Oh yeah, they are for sure trying to flee, and you guys have decided to not let them. So you definitely have the drop for sure.
How far away are they?
I would say at this point they're pretty close. You guys are having a direct conversation, so they took a step back at the hostilities, but we'll call it 10 feet.
All right. Shit, I guess we're fucking. Are we doing this? We're just gonna cast a bonus action staggering smite. And hit the death slot and try and attack him with his sword. Just run up and just take a slash at him after kind of smashes his sword at Kopesh against his shield, and then just like kind of darts forward and just like a slash.
Okay, yeah. Give me an attack roll.
Okay. That was almost a natural 20. It started to roll over on it, but it's a 14 for a 27.
Oh, 27 for sure hits. Go ahead and hit me with some damage real quick.
All right, so it's 9 slashing damage, 3 radiant damage, and then with staggering smite, the next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon pierces both body and mind. The attack deals an extra 46 psychic damage to the target. The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, and can't take reactions until the end of its next turn.
And that's called staggering smite?
Yeah, it's staggering smite. I put the language in the chat. So that is 6, 11, 12, 15 psychic damage. And then I need a DC 18 wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw, you say? Let me see here. Yeah, I get advantage on the roll, but it's basically raw, so we'll see what we go with. 3 and a 13, so that's a fail.
All right. Yeah. So his next are all attack rolls, ability checks are disadvantaged and can't take reactions until the end of its next turn.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, as Gladiator lunges forward and slashes at this death slot, as the other two... Wait, Blade, did you want to counterspell one of these other fleeing gray slots?
If there was another one, so were they all doing like a different plane shift? It wasn't just like one.
Each of them casts the plane shift spell, but only on themselves. So there's a death slod that seems to be running the show, and he's got a couple of bodyguards that are gray slod. Each of them casted a plane shift. Currently, the death slots is the only one that's been disrupted.
So the guy that's running the show here, his plane shift hasn't been countered.
No, it has. The leader has essentially been countered. His minions are also going to flee, however. Do you stop them with the counterspell or no?
I'm not going to stop them. They can run. I'm going to, if I may, I'd like to do a little something to this head honcho dude here.
Yeah, in the process of Gladiator leaping forward and throwing down a slash attack. What do you want to do?
I'm going to pull out my concertina, and I'm going to have him do a little irresistible dance.
There's no save for that either, right? It's just, it happens.
No, he just starts dancing, tapping his feet.
Since we're all doing stuff, and I said that I loaded my crossbow, I guess I'm just going to fire off a shot.
Hell yeah!
Everybody's doing their thing.
Go ahead, man.
Is there any bonus since he's irresistibly dancing?
Oh, absolutely there is. He has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws and attack rolls, and while he's affected by the spell, other creatures have advantage on attack rolls against him.
Perfect. So shot with the hand crossbow. And 24 to hit.
Oh, that hits for sure.
All right, so that's going to be. Let's see. Would this be considered? Oh, I have advantage, so it is sneak attack for sure. So let's see. That's going to be 15, 16, 18 points of damage, and I'm going to burn an Eldritch Smite on that too for an additional 25 points of damage.
Okay, wait. How much damage is that total?
25 points from the Eldritch Smite. And does anybody remember? I think I said 17 or 18
I think you said 18.
on the actual hit. So 18 on the actual hit.
Oof. Okay, yeah, for sure.
And con save from you, sir.
Ooh, con save. 2.
Oh wait, sorry. That's on the right here. Never mind.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's see.
Is everyone getting a surprise?
Yeah, Locris and Logos. What do you do in this moment? You have a brief moment where you have to drop on the enemy as his plane shift does not seem to go through, but his bodyguard's plane shift does. Suddenly, he is vulnerable and alone, unsuspectingly so. So, Locris, Logos, what do you do?
I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark him, and then I'm gonna knock the oath bow and say, "Swift defeat to my enemies, and a swift death to you who have wronged me." And I'm gonna fire off the oath bow with my sworn enemy bonuses.
Hell yeah, that fucking bow's sweet.
All right, it's an advantage too, right?
Yeah, he's currently doing a pretty little jig as you guys just begin to carve him up meticulously.
So with Hunter's Mark and with the oath bow bonuses, he takes an extra 4d6 on top of it. So that's 9 points straight from the arrow, and then 16 from the bonuses. So that's 25 from the first one. 29. 24 from the second attack. So that's 25, 24. Last attack. Is it 25 to hit?
Oh, that hits for sure.
It's 12 plus 11. So 23. I literally rolled 25, 24, 23 damage.
God damn, that's vicious. Did you just do like 70 something damage right there? 25, 24, and 23?
Yeah, I sure did. Fuck this guy, man. He infected my mother.
Damn. And
All right,
Locris, you definitely have an opportunity to get something off as well.
Am I able to get up on this creature?
Yeah, he's only got a distance of say 10 feet from you.
All right, then I'm going to charge up and I'm going to Hulk smash.
All right, go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
A 23 to hit.
Oh, that hits for sure.
Let's do this one at a time. Plus 13. 19 points radiant damage. Plus another 2 points. So that's 21 total points. Second smash. is a 19 to hit.
19 hits for sure.
That's going to be another 19 points of radiant damage. Let's drop an Eldritch Smite into there. That's a 6d8, right? The d8, yep. Okay, so 6d8. So an additional 32 points of force damage. Is he still standing?
Holy shit, you guys! In one surprise round, you guys have managed to destroy this creature. I mean, he only had 170 hit points, but you did over 170 damage combined. So, yeah, Locris, go ahead and tell me how you take this dude down.
So after countering his spell and everybody just attacking at the same time, Locris charges in. And I think it's just everything hits him. It just keeps spinning him around into a full circle. And Locris just happens to get the last one. So it's like a anime power hit where all you see is all that damage, POW being just smashing, and then a force hit just shoving him back and sprawling him out.
And before long, this once mighty toad aberration is little more than a mangled corpse and black ichor and viscera.
Thank you.
And I think that might be a good spot to bookmark our tale for the time being, gentlemen.
Sean, what the fuck? The fucking god comet flying at us?
Yeah, before we bookmark it, can we take a look at that crystal?
We're fucked. We're all gonna die.
I mean, yeah, if you guys, if everybody, I mean, I got time, I can throw down another 20, 30 minutes if you guys can.
Is that going to take 20, 30 minutes? Maybe, all right, maybe I won't touch it then.
I was gonna say I'd rather get a lore dump when I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as opposed to
Guys-
circling the drain.
And our 50 questions will come up with afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take 45 minutes. We better wait until next time.
And then the roleplay fuckery, we no doubt will have.
Yeah, the first
and the nut
hour
shots
of
and
that
all
session,
that.
I'm gonna be investigating this crystal.
Man, that oath bow, when you finally do that, the sworn enemy features, that 70 points of damage on one turn is crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, what exactly allowed you to do that? That was fucking insane.
So I can pay. The downside is I can only do it once a day, so it's good to do for like a big bed or something. But fuck this guy. But it allows me to do an extra 3d6 on top of my damage, and stacked it with Hunter's Mark, so it was 4d6. So I did a 1d8 plus 5 plus 4d6 on each attack.
And don't you have like Dread Ambush or two on top of that?
Yeah, that's why I got to shoot 3 times.
Damn, dude.
And the best part about all of that is that Death Slad was tap dancing the whole time he was getting murdered.
He's
It
doing a little
probably looked
shuffle
like
with a
one of the
cane.
it probably looked like one of the old timey westerns when they're like shooting at his feet. Except he's just getting impaled.
I like to think he's pulling that old like, "Hello, my honey. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal." You know.
Exactly how I see it.
Same exact fucking song.
It's so perfect.
He's got a little hat that he's like popping on and off with a cane
He's
and
got the
swinging it
whole
around.
Jiminy Cricket fucking thing going.
Little quarterstaff spinning it around.
Oh, jeez.
So did that throw a wrench in your future plans, Sean? Be honest. Were you fully expecting that guy to get away to fuck us up down the road or something?
I was expecting him to get away and, slat or a dime a dozen for a dark god. If I need some more, I could always conjure a few up. But yeah, I totally expected him to get away. I didn't think you guys were gonna go full Geeter done there, but whatever. He was still an evil character. He just had different ambitions than others.
Well, I mean, I
Did he
think
have more to tell, Sean?
Say that again.
Did he have more story to tell? Did we just like ruin a future storyline?
Sean
Oh, father.
pages of notes and tosses it in the trash.
the death slot was actually Blade's dad.
He was.
Yeah, I threw away like 2 or 3 3-ring binders over that decision, fellas. Thanks. No.
I gotta ask, can you guys, when I drop like all my sneak attack and shit through that dice tower all at once, does that echo through my mic? Because I want it to sound intimidating to Sean, even though I usually roll dick.
I heard the click is clacking, but it was sounded like normal dice rolling. Didn't sound too crazy.
It sounds like a fucking avalanche on my end.
You put the mic right up next to the dice tower and do that.
I really should. Just every time I hit sneak attack.
Yeah, you probably should. My metal dice clink so loud it's like a high pitched tink, and it fucks with my audio. So I can't use my metal dice, at least not while I'm recording.
Yeah, my metal dice are actually too heavy for the dice tower. It almost knocked it over when I rolled my d20, so I had to switch to my normal acrylic or whatever they are.
Well, fellas, it feels good to be back in routine. I think I'm gonna get out of here, but keep in touch. Let's do this crazy thing again soon. I'm still not done trying to kill you guys, so it'll work one time, I'm sure. I got my first member of the Sands of Justice destroyed. Finally, took forever. It's 2 of them if you count No Head the Zombo.
Why wouldn't we count him, Sean? You
I do like that
was
you've
a
only
member.
managed to technically kill the minions. And we're just gonna summon Gabriel Altar back.
I imagine there's probably another zombie or 2 in the future as well.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a good one.
All right, see you later.
Night, y'all.
Later, guys.